everyone, and welcome to ESG Uncovered Innovation, Impact, and the Future. I'm Minhal Maqbool, Senior Manager, ESG Advisory, and I've been working in this space for about 10 years, supporting clients across industries, building practices, and impactful strategies. It's a space I'm deeply passionate about, and I'm excited to kick off this new podcast, where we dive into what ESG really means, how it's evolving, and what it means for business today. With me is our partner, Haziq, Neshat, Akhtar, who has been in the professional for services for more than 25 years, worked with some incredible teams at top firms, and advised with a wide range of clients from major multinational firms to fast-growing players. Welcome, Haziq.
Thank you so much, Minhal. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be here. And to be honest, I was kind of actually looking towards this podcast for some time now, and it's really my pleasure. ESG, as you know, it may seem a bit complex, but once you get the basics, it really clicks.
Agreed. That is what this episode is all about: the why, what, and how of the ESGs. So let's start with the why.
Well, ESG, primarily it stands for Environment, Social and Governance. It's a framework, and to be fair, that's the new model of how to do business now in the world.
And the idea has been there for decades now, starting with the ethical investing back in the 60s, and it really gained its momentum in 2004 with the UN's Who Cares Wins report. That was a moment when ESG became a mainstream because of the concept.
Absolutely, Minhal. And ESG now is not just a buzzword. It's an integral part of decision making for investors, for regulators, even for your customers and your employees as well. People, they want to know. It's not just about the company making profits, or it's not about the brand anymore. It's not. It's now about how and the company that is making the difference, and the people's trust on that company.
Agreed. So that moves us to what makes a difference. So what ESG is made of three pillars, as you mentioned earlier: environment, social, and governance. Yeah. It seems very basic, but it covers a lot of area on those itself.
Absolutely, and Minhal, I think the environment obviously is it's the obvious one, with pollution and carbon emissions and water utility and shortage of water and disposals. All those sort of things basically come under that domain.
Agreed. However, social is impact about employees, community investments, CSR activities, and focusing on those areas.
Yeah, and governance, it's kind of like the backbone. It's been there obviously even before ESG was a thing. The governance was there, in the form of maybe Sarbanes-Oxley or the Combined Code of Corporate Governance, but it's always been there. But now the talk is more on how the governance in terms of its leadership structure of an organization really functions, the composition of the board itself, the ethical practices, the transparency, that all now plays a very big role in the overall governance of an organization.
Agreed. It feels like these three are not connected to each other, but when you look at the holistic approach of it, they look very much connected to each other. They all are interconnected with each other so much.
Exactly, and that's where things brings us to the how the businesses really want to go about it.
The short answer is start where you are. ESG isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Begin by identifying the ESG issues that matters most to your business and stakeholders. Then build a roadmap, set goals, set targets, track performances, be transparent about your journey.
Yeah, and remember, it's not just about now the big corporations. ESG is scalable. So, small and medium businesses, startups, family-run enterprises, especially, being part of the GCC region, there are a lot of family businesses in the region here, right? So, they all have to play a significant role.
Yeah, exactly. And think of it like going to a gym. You don't go to a gym and lift 100 kgs on day one. You start by building strength with strength, over time you build your things.
Yeah, I love that analogy, ESG gains.
Yes. So sum it up, ESG is no longer nice to have. It's a business ethic essential at this point in time. It helps you manage risk, build stakeholders' trust, and create long-term values.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this podcast and wondering how to get started or how to take your next ESG strategy to the next level, that is exactly where Haziq comes in.
Yes, exactly. At Haziq, a network firm of ATH Guideline, our ESG advisory team helps companies of all sizes assess their current position, define their ESG goals, build practices, actionable strategies where you're just beginners or looking to enhance your existing practices. We can help you move forward confidently and credibly.
So if ESG is on your mind, whether because of regulation or investor pressure or your customers, or you just want to be better, let's talk. We're here to guide you every step of the way.
Thank you for tuning in to ESG Uncovered. In our next episode, we'll dive in deeper into ESG actions, exploring success stories from GCC. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and stay sustainable. Thank you.